Hello everybody, I hope you are really well. I am doing a video that I haven't done in a really long time. I thought I would do a sort of 1 hour challenge sew along style video for you today. I don't actually think I've done a video like this since I've been had this studio. I definitely did them when I was working from home, and that's over a year ago, like well over a year ago. But like I said, did I say in my last video? I can't remember. I am well and truly back on the sewing train now. Sort of lost my sojo, which is totally understandable when you have a baby and you're running a business and all that kind of stuff. But I'm getting a bit more time now to sew, which is really lovely. It is halfway through January. What's the date? It's the 19th of January and I've already made 2 things. One was the Nina Lee Mayfair dress, which I have posted on Instagram, but I will show you in like a makes video in a few weeks time. And the other was this, which is my Linden sweatshirt, which I showed you the fabric for in my fabric haul a couple of weeks ago. But again, I will show you and talk about it a bit more in a future video. I will do sort of a my makes for the last maybe month. Depends if I get those Winslow culottes done or not. Those are the ones I haven't done yet. But I've made my Linden sweatshirt and it's a very cold, very wet day today. So I'm very happy that I'm all snug in my sweatshirt. So I will talk to you about what I am making. I had a couple of offcuts left of this yellow brushed ITY jersey that went into January's classic boxes. Literally, I managed some serious pattern Tetris with 2 offcuts in order to cut this out. I am making the Molly top from Sew Over It as a pyjama top. Because like I said, I've already made a dress from this, the Mayfair dress, and I just want to wear this all the time. I want to wear this fabric all the time, so what better than making a pyjama top? I already have a pyjama top that I wear, which is a Molly top that I made over a year ago, but I accidentally cut the front piece upside down. So the pattern is upside down on the front, the right way up on the back, but it's perfect as a pyjama top. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I have my pattern pieces cut out, I have pins, I have my stalk scissors that were in the boxes last year, I have a cup of tea in my So Hayley Jane Emma Bridgewater mug, which was a gift for my 30th birthday from my lovely friend Sarah. I'm going to put a timer on my phone. I'm going to try and do this in an hour. I have made this top 3 times now, so I should probably, before I do that, I should probably get the pattern instructions up and just remind myself. I think the thing that is going to slow me down is the neckband. That's always the bit that slows me down. But we're going to give it a go. Okay, so it's a super simple top. It's got grain on sleeves and then a sleeve piece as well. So to start off with, I'm just going to attach the shoulder seams, then attach the neckband, and then the rest should all fall into place quite nicely. I'm going to try using Wonder Tape to do the hem, because every time I've made a Molly top, the hem kind of curls up. So I'm going to try it with Wonder Tape to see if that helps it stay down. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's got a slight curve, perhaps. I don't know. So let's get going. Let's set a timer for 1 hour. Just quickly, I'll tell you. I have started, instead of using the zigzag stretch stitch, I actually have decided I prefer the stretch stitch, I think it's called, which has got like three lines like that goes down like that. So on my Janome machine, which I have the CXL301, it's stitch setting 5. I just found it didn't stretch the fabric out as much. It didn't give it, particularly on sort of the neckline, I found using a zigzag stitch just kind of pulled a little bit too much. So the stretch stitch I found to be much better. So if you're having trouble sewing knit fabric, it does take a bit more thread and it does take a bit longer, but I think it's worth the results. So, okay. Oh, and when I said I had to do some pattern Tetris, there are a couple of pieces where I've literally got like a corner missing. So I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue. Okay, timer, set, go. So I will speed a lot of this up because you're not going to need to see me sewing the whole thing. This isn't going to be an hour-long video, but oh, that's going cold already. Okay, so first up is the shoulder seams front to back. Is this the kind of video that you're interested in seeing? I'm going to try and up my vlogging game this year. Probably I want to try and do more vlogs. Are they vlogs or are they just video things? I don't know if a vlog is more like a diary type thing. But I want to try and do more videos and probably do less vlogging. But I would like to know what you think and what kind of videos you want to see as well. That would be really useful. So is this the kind of thing you like to see? I'm going to try and do sort of fabric hauls and fabric plans and then show you my makes and all those kind of bits and pieces. But is there anything else that you'd like to see? I could try and do some tutorials. If I obviously know how to do the thing that you want to see. Okay, I have stitched the shoulder seams together and the short sides of the neckband, so I'm just going to go to the iron, which is just behind you, and press those seams flat. Now comes the bit, this is probably one of my least favourite sewing steps is neckbands, but they do look quite nice when they're finished, if they go well, that is. So let's work out which is the front, which is the back. That's the back. This neckband is going in far too easy and I'm thinking it's probably too long and I might have to shorten it because otherwise it's going to be all gappy. But do I do that now or do I just sew it and see, but then I have to unpick it? Or do I sew it and whatever it is, just accept it because it's just a pyjama top? Okay, I'm gonna sew it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so sorry I had to take a quick break to charge my battery. Fingers crossed it will last. I had another one charging, so fingers crossed this one will last. This has been a big fat fail because all you will have seen is me unpicking the neckband because it definitely was way too big. So I've got 10 minutes and 38 seconds left. I've paused it for a second. If you are using this fabric from your box and to make something with a neckband, then I highly recommend taking some of the length off the neckband because it is quite stretchy. What I'm going to do is I've unpicked it apart from right at the sort of the front bit here, and I'm going to, before I take any of the length off of it, I'm going to pin it and stretch it a little bit more how I think it's supposed to be and then take some of the length off. Does that make sense? So I'm going to pin it first, then take the length off from the last of the back edge. Fingers crossed that will do better. So yes, I shall start my timer again. Never gonna get this done in 10 minutes, that's for sure. But what I'll do is once the 10 minutes is up, I'll put the stopwatch on so we can see just how long it is gonna take. I did keep the timer going, by the way, whilst I was unpicking. I didn't cheat, I didn't turn the timer off. So that was a good sort of probably 15 minutes of unpicking. So yeah, I'll put a stopwatch on. I reckon an hour and a half. An hour and a half is probably about right. I don't know why I keep setting myself these challenges when I've got to sew a neckband. I know that neckbands take such a long time, for me anyway. Because I did it with this Linden sweatshirt on Instagram stories. I tried to do a 1 hour challenge with the sweatshirt. And there was nothing wrong with the neckband. I mean, it was a really tight fit. It really had to be manipulated. But it did go. It just took a while. Okay, I'm gonna stitch. I'm gonna stitch first, but I'm gonna leave this gap at the back, on the back seam, and then once that's stitched, I'll take that excess out. I reckon that's about 1.5 inches that's gonna come off, which is quite a lot. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna set it to my stretch stitch. It's a good job I'm not a contestant on the Sewing Bee, which, did you hear, is coming back to our screens on the 12th of February. So excited, so excited. I cannot wait. Okay, neckband is in place. Let's have a look. How's it looking? I think that looks better. Yeah, I think that looks okay. So what I need to do now is trim the seam allowance, iron the seam allowance down, and then sew a row of stitching, top stitching along the neckband. Okay, so this 1 hour challenge is not quite going to plan. Something came up at home and I had to pop home for a couple of hours. So it is, what time did I started this at 11 o'clock this morning? It is now 3 o'clock and I have only gotten as far as the neckband. Oh well, that's what happens. Never mind, we'll carry on. So I'm gonna start my timer again. Look, I stopped it. I stopped it when I had to leave. 10 minutes and 16 seconds extra from the hour. So I'm going to start it again, and I got to crack on with sewing the neckband seam allowance down. So the neckband's done, I just need to sew the seam allowance down onto sort of top stitching it. So yes, I shall crack on with that. Okay. So as you can see, the Molly top has grown on sleeves, and then you just attach a longer, so if you want it as a t-shirt, you can just leave it like that, but I'm going to attach a longer sleeve. And as I said before, there is a bit of the selvage here, so, and should have thought about that a bit more carefully beforehand and put that bit, made that the back piece, but there we go, never mind. So we attach the sleeves. You might be wondering why I'm not using my overlocker that's here. It hasn't been used for over a year, so it's feeling very unloved. I think I probably need to take it for some servicing, because I was having some issues with it even before last Christmas 2017 was the last time I used it, and like I said, I was having some issues with it, so I think I need to take it to get serviced, and then I can hopefully start using it again. Okay, we are at 26 minutes. It's never gonna happen. Sleeves are attached, so now I'm just going to sew literally from the cuff hem, the sleeve hem, all the way to the bodice hem, which is a nice quick seam to do. And then it's just the hems, so it shouldn't take too long. I shouldn't say that, because quite clearly I am wrong about these things. These scissors, by the way, are gorgeous. They are from Merchant & Mills, which, as you will know if you are a long-time subscriber to the boxes, I love Merchant & Mills. And I think the very first time I placed an order with them for the boxes was when I bought these scissors for myself as well. And they're lovely, they cut so nicely. They're quite heavy, so it's taken a bit of getting used to without getting wrist ache, but I love them now. Look, yes, they're lovely. And they make that really good noise as well. I love that noise. Okay, one side seam done. On to the other side seam. We are at, what are we at? 35 minutes, guys, 35 minutes. Okay, so last bit now is the hem. I've managed to get everything else done. My battery's flashing at me. I might need to change my battery in a minute. So I'm going to hem using Wonderweb, which I've got the packet up here. This is the packet, which is brilliant. I included it in my boxes a few months back, and it comes like this. And you just put it in between the fabric and you press it with a damp cloth until the cloth is dry. So instead of doing it in one continuous length, I would probably do it in sort of bits and stages, but I have just pressed up the hem on the front of my top, and I'm gonna add this in, and then I'll do the other side. So let's do it. So I'm just gonna use, I've got one of my many fat quarters here that's damp. It might be too damp actually, I'm just going to wring it out a little bit more. So basically you want to press and, well, press, don't iron, just press until the damp cloth is dry. You could use a tea towel for this. I've just got a fat quarter to hand, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, ready for some hissing? I think it's just for 10. So, press firmly with a hot dry iron for at least 10 seconds until cloth is dry. Move along hem and repeat. But yeah, there you go. Perfect hem. Love that. So here we go, that's the full view. I'm really happy with how the Wonderweb worked. I haven't top stitched the hem down or anything, I've just left it as is, and it's perfect. Ta-da! Super snuggly, brighten up any grey January evening. Yeah, Love it, happy. So, finally, I have managed to film one of these videos. It's been a while. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Please do let me know below if these are the kind of videos you are interested in. And if there are any other kind of videos you'd like to see from me, please do let me know in the comments. And I'll see you all really soon. Lots of love. Bye.